Noel Gallagher and B-sides. He's got a funny history with this, particularly well documented in the 90s. Noel was very, very bad for putting really, really good songs as B-sides. Oasis' manager, Alan McGee, even pulled him up on it by saying the master plan is far too good to be a B-side. And he just went around cocksuring himself, no, I don't write bad songs, it's a B-side. I've wrote it as a B-side, so it's got to be the B-side. Fast forward to Be Here Now, and he has an entire album worth of things that should have been B-sides. He eventually did back down, and a lot of the master plan compilation album was released, compiling all the best B-sides, stuff like Acquiesce, Rocking Chair, the master plan, Half the World Away, Going Nowhere, Head Shrinker, other ones as well. My mind's gone blank. But you'd think after the 90s and Noel kind of coming to his senses with the master plan compilation album and realising that should have been what Oasis' third album was, not Be Here Now, that he'd have learned his lesson. But did he? Well, on the 7th of February 2000, just 25 years ago, the other week, Oasis released their first single of the new millennium, Go Let It Out. So if you went and paid £2.29 in Woolworths or HMV or God knows where else was selling records at that point, you'd have been greeted with the new Oasis song, Go Let It Out. And it had a B-side, Let's All Make Believe. And that's kind of the song I want to talk about here today, because 25 years ago today, at the time of recording this video, not the time of recording this video, I'm talking rubbish, the time this video is uploaded, if all goes to plan, should be the 25th anniversary of Standing on the Shoulder of Giants. February 28th, 2025 is the 25th anniversary. And I was going to do a proper video specifically on Shoulder of Giants, and I was writing a script for it, and I thought, nah, I'm not feeling this, because I kind of was just wanting to do that video to talk specifically about Let's All Make Believe. So I thought I'd just do a quick video here, scriptless, if you can't tell, I'm winging this on the spot, to talk a little bit about Let's All Make Believe and what the hell was Noel Gallagher thinking of making this a B-side. So just to start off, I'll actually show you the single itself. Well, the B-side, the song we're talking about. There you go, that's Let's All Make Believe. So if you bought this and you went home and you put it on your record player, or you bought the CD single, bear in mind this was before Shoulder of Giants came out, you'd have been thinking, right, Go Let It Out, great song, #1 single as well, so yeah, great song. But when you heard that B-side, you'd be thinking, oh, this is very, very good, this must be a really great album coming up. And ask most fans to rank Oasis albums, and Standing on the Shoulder of Giants is kind of low down on the list. It's probably at the bottom for a lot of people. I did a video last year ranking Oasis albums. I had this second bottom. I personally think it's a better album than Be Here Now, and a lot of people seem to get triggered by that, but I'm sorry, Be Here Now is a crap album. Standing on the Shoulder of Giants blows it out of the water. You just always, people be nostalgic because it's 90s Oasis, and you can't go wrong with 90s Oasis. Anyway, I'm going down a rabbit hole. So when Standing on the Shoulder of Giants came out, and subsequently since, whenever you listen to the album, we'll talk briefly about the 10 tracks. It starts off really, really strong. So Fuck It in the Bushes, Go Let It Out, Who Feels Love. If I put this album on for the first time in 2000, listen to that after the disappointment of Be Here Now, I'd be thinking, oh, this is a new sound for Oasis, but it's very, very good. Those 3 tracks back to back, brilliant. Then we come to the 4th track, and the wheels well and truly come off. Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is. Sort of bad song, I suppose, but it's just, it's a B-side. If ever there was a definition of a B-side, it will, well, actually, no, we'll come to that. But this is like typical B-side material. And then after that, Liam's first ever pen song, Little James. The only reason I can think of this song being on the album is just to prove to critics that Liam can also write a song. And it's him kind of just trying to do a John Lennon type thing, not very well. Yeah, he would get better as a writer as the 2000s went on. But his first foray into songwriting here, I think, would be a very nice B-side, bearing in mind what Noel had given away, again, as a B-side. Anyway, the wheels then get put back on, and we go off on another, like, full steam ahead with, like, power of great songs. Gas Panic, one of Oasis' best songs, followed by Where Did It All Go Wrong, and then we've got Noel Gallagher's favourite Oasis song.
Thank God that's over. What was the next one off this? Oh, fucking hell. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, I fucking hate this next tune. I really fucking hate it. Oh. Oh, this is shite.
Sunday Morning Call. So again, 3 songs there, brilliant. Then the wheels come off again with I Can See a Liar, which is the definition of filler. If someone had to describe filler, what an album filler track would be, I Can See a Liar is the perfect definition of that. So yeah, wheels come off again. But then thankfully they go back on because we go out in absolute style with Roll It Over. So 7 of the 10 tracks on Shoulder of Giants are brilliant. It's just the 3 that are not so brilliant. And this is the annoying thing. Noel at this point was suffering writer's block. He was sort of uninspired. He's later admitted that he only did this album because he felt like he had to. He had no enthusiasm for it. And yet 7 of these tracks are still brilliant songs, I would argue. And he was doing B-sides that were brilliant songs, and he didn't put them on the album. Now, I'll quickly mention Full On and Carry Us All. They were both the B-sides to Sunday Morning Call. I think both of them should have gone on this album, but with Liam singing it. But Let's All Make Believe is the main focus here, because I could argue the point that this is Oasis's best song. And one of the reasons for that is the lyrics. These are some of Noel's best lyrics. Now, Shoulder of Giants, one of the things I always loved about it is I would argue these are probably Noel's most brutally honest lyrics. Noel tends to be, he's not really a writer like, I'm trying to think of a writer who's very self-evaluative. I suppose John Lennon with his album Plastic Ono Band, where he's writing all about himself. Noel doesn't do that. He goes down, if we're going with the Beatles route, he goes down the McCartney route of being more inclusive. It could be about anyone rather than specifically just him singing about himself, if that makes sense. But Shoulder of Giants is kind of the exception of this, because at this point in Noel's life, he was obviously, like I say, suffering writer's block. He'd come off drugs at the end of the 90s and he was struggling mentally. He was having panic attacks. I think around this period as well was when his first marriage was starting to break down. So I don't think he was quite going through a divorce yet, but it was coming. I think he realised as well a lot of his friends he was surrounding himself with in the 90s, they weren't really what you would call friends. So yeah, Noel wasn't in a great place, and the lyrics of Shoulder of Giants, especially tracks like Gas Panic, Where Did It All Go Wrong, Roll It Over, they're very reflective of Noel in this period. But Let's All Make Believe is even better, these lyrics. I've got them up here, I'll read you them. I'll try and do this quick. I was going to just read you a little bit of it, but I'll end up reading you the whole song here, just to pre-warn you. Is anyone here prepared to say just what they mean, or is it too late? For anyone here to try to do just what it takes to get through to you. So let's all make believe that we're still friends and we like each other. Let's all make believe, in the end, we're gonna need each other. Strangle my hope and make me pray to a God I've never seen but who I betray. To the people who live the afterlife in a place I'll never be till I'm crucified. So let's all make believe that we're still friends and we like each other. Let's all make believe. In the end, we'll need each other. Let's all make believe that all mankind's going to feed our brother, and let's all make believe that in the end, we won't grow up. Now, not only are these lyrics brilliant, Liam sings this B-side, and he gives one of his best ever vocal performances. Again, there's an argument to make that this is Liam's best ever vocal performance, to be honest. So Rocking Chair is probably the other one to argue the point for. So here we have Noel's arguably best lyrics with Liam's best vocals, and yet it's a B-side. If this had gone on Shoulder of Giants, it would probably be an Oasis classic. It would probably be the best song on Standing on the Shoulder of Giants. In fact, it would be the best song on Shoulder of Giants. It could even be argued to be the best Oasis song, period. But as it stands, because it's just a B-side, it's kind of forgotten about because it's one of those later day B-sides. And the thing about the 90s B-sides now is obviously there's the album, the master plan. So for like casual fans, they can easily find these songs. Plus there's all the remasters of the first 3 albums that includes all the B-sides on them. But the later albums haven't had that. So the only way you can hear this really is to go and hunt out the Go Let It Out single. Even on streaming, you can only find it if you go and find the single of Go Let It Out. And it is baffling that they've never done a later day compilation album similar to the Master Plan. Because, you know, there is some great later day B-sides, and Let's All Make Believe is probably what they would definitely be on that compilation. It would probably be the name of the compilation, the second compilation of B-sides. So, yeah, it's just like I said, the lyrics are brilliant, the vocals are brilliant, the melody, the actual tune itself, the music is brilliant. It really complements the lyrics brilliantly. Yeah, I'm just reading my notes here. It's just baffling that a song like Little James in particular went on in place of Let's All Make Believe. I mean, I know Noel was off the drugs at this point, but could he not seriously figure out that Let's All Make Believe is a better song than Little James? Like I say, I can only think he put it on, just Little James, just to make a point to the critics of Liam, who were saying that, you know, just to prove a point that Liam, if he wanted to, could write a song. Anyway, I just got to add, because I've got this bit of paper here. Last year, I did a video after the Oasis reunion was announced with Ross Goodall. It's over on his channel if you want to check it out, where we both discussed what our dream Oasis reunion set lists would be. And this one was mine. It was kind of a mixture of being a realist and a bit of hoping. And if you look there, kind of slap bang in the middle, is Let's All Make Believe. Now, a lot of fans who have bought Oasis tickets, the casual fans, will have no idea what Let's All Make Believe is. You may be watching this and not know what the song is. If you don't, seriously, go and check it out. You will not be disappointed. But I think if that went in the set, that would be something for the hardcore fans. And just as a side note, I think that's a brilliant set list. I know people get on the riot. There has been some people say, "Where's cigarettes and alcohol?" Yeah, maybe that should be on there. But other than that, I can't think of anything I've missed really that isn't, you know, worth being in the set. So anyway, yes, Let's All Make Believe. I think I've said my piece here. I think I've said all I need to say. In my opinion, it should be on the shoulder of giants. It would make the album so much better. But yeah, it's 25 years today anyway since the album came out. If all goes to plan when you're seeing this video. 25th anniversary, Let's All Make Believe is technically past. So yeah, even if we don't get a compilation album of later day B-sides, I wish they would remaster all the later day albums like they did with the first three and include all the B-sides on the album, because it's baffling that they haven't done that. But never mind, never mind. That would make too much sense. Anyway, that's all I've got to say for now. So go and listen to Let's All Make Believe if you haven't. Yeah, that's all I've got to say. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on a future video. Ta-da!